Hey guys, what's up? It's the Tominator, and in this one, we're going to talk about vacuums. That's right, Hoovers, Dysons, Roombas. We're going to cover all bases today and discover which one is best for cleaning your dirty-ass floors. Okay, now, but in all seriousness, as I was thinking about it the other day, I got to wondering, why do some bodybuilders look better with a vacuum than others? What is it that makes a Frank Zane or a Chris Bumstead stand out so much? Is it just the degree to which they're able to suck it in? Is it the fullness of their ribcage? Or is it perhaps also the shape of the ribs themselves? So I've never heard anyone actually mention this before, but what I realized while examining different bodybuilders is that there seems to be at least two types of vacuums, V-shaped and U-shaped. And this all has to do with the angle of the ribs and how they meet at the bottom of the sternum. Here's a few examples of the U-shape. You can see that Arnold's ribcage had a nice rounded look at the top. It's almost like an arch bridge jutting out over the stomach. Frank Zane was much the same. You can see the line of his ribs follows a shallow curve. And same with Mike Mentzer. Tony Pearson's is a bit more pronounced, but still a nice U-shaped arch. Jay Cutler, even in the off-season, displayed a nice wide umbrella shape to his partial vacuum here. And in the present day, we have guys like Luke Sandoe, and of course, Chris Bumstead holding it down. Now, I would contend that virtually all the best vacuums, for the most part anyway, fall under this U-shaped category. In contrast, here's a V-shaped vacuum, courtesy of Courage Opara. And you can note it's a much steeper angle where his ribs connect there in the center, almost like a triangular peaked rooftop. Steve Laureus exhibits this to a lesser degree. You can see it more clearly here in a couple of his prep pictures. And here's a young Bill Pearl rocking the V as well. And I gotta say, I'm not as much of a fan of the V-shape. Maybe it's just personal preference, but I generally don't find it as aesthetically pleasing. The only context in which I really want to see a V-shape on a human body is in the form of a good old-fashioned V-taper, or else in the lower back striations that form the coveted Christmas tree feature. Now, that's not to say it always looks worse. Just check out another old-timer here, Moses Ashby, who pulls it off with gusto. I really don't know anything about this guy, but I've seen this picture pop up before when searching for vacuums, and believe that Moses succeeds because of the fullness of his ribcage and how large it looks. Whereas someone like Opara or Pearl, I find look a little frail with their smaller ribcage structure. Danny Padilla also sports more of a V than a U, though based on this photo, his is somewhere in between. Regan Grimes displayed a distinct V shape back when he competed in classic physique. And here he is next to David Hoffman, another classic U. I don't know about you guys, but again, I definitely prefer the U shape. Now, of course, it's not always that cut and dry. You can find images of the same guy looking like a U in one picture and then a V in the next, as this little side-by-side of Samir Bannout deftly illustrates. The two poses on the left and the middle look decidedly rounder than the one on the right. And this goes for many other bodybuilders as well, not just Bannout. Here's Keone Pearson, looking like a V-shape all the way here, but not so much in this one. So I think that it largely depends on what pose they're striking and to what extent they're sucking in their stomach. Plus, there's also the occasional anomaly like Wesley Vissers, who doesn't seem to fall under either category. His somewhat jagged-looking vacuum is more like a straight horizontal line than a V or a U. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I just wanted to bring this up since I haven't seen anyone make this distinction before. I honestly have no idea why some guys seem to have such steeply angled rib cages, whereas others are shallower and more curved. It probably just boils down to genetics like anything else, but if you have any further insight to offer on the matter, please share with us in the comments below, okay? Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more if you enjoyed, and until next time, I'm the Tominator signing off, and I'll be back.